Hey there, it's Alzay Calhoun. Welcome to another video. I've created this leadership series because I'm trying to communicate with not just my clients, but with those in my larger sphere of influence who are interested in the ideas and the thought processes that create a healthy, functioning organization. As a leader, your technical skills become less important and your managerial skills become more important. Your people-oriented skills become more important. Your chess skills, if you will, become more important. And so even as I work with my clients on specific marketing campaigns, as we think about, talk about, and work on what comes next, it's these new muscles that we have to flex. Is what is the chess game going forward? How do we want to leverage our resources even better going forward? And how can that be sustainable month after month, year after year for the long term? So for most of us, that's a different thought process. For most of us, that wasn't taught to us in school. And so these videos hopefully will help you think about what that new thought process is. So here's today's leadership lesson of the day. Why do people follow you? So there's two areas, two angles that people use for leadership. It's pretty much one angle or the other. One is a power-based authority play. One is an influence-based authority play. So here's the power-based authority play. Is people follow you because you have a title. They follow you because you have organizational authority. You have a title, you have resources, you have information that they don't have, and they are forced to listen to you because you have access to things that they don't have access to. That is your primary leverage point to get people to do what you say, so to speak. On the other side, you've got influence. And an influence authority play is where people choose to follow you. They see you as influential. They trust what you say. They trust what you do. They see them as being aligned. And they follow you because they feel like you have the same level of skin in the game, if not more, than they do. So at that point, following you is an obvious choice to make. They understand where you're coming from. They know you have a risk like they do. And so they willfully choose to follow you. Now, I'll make the point very simple here. Power-based authority is expensive. From a business standpoint, it's an expensive tactic. Now, it's easier to create. You just create an org chart, put yourself at the top, and now you have power-based authority. But it's more difficult, it's more expensive to maintain. Here's what I mean. Is so normally in that, when you got the org structure and you're at the very top of it, is you have to incentivize those beneath you with all of these different carrots, all these different incentives. So you've got bonus plans, you've got sales commission structure, you've got extra vacation days, you give away toys, you give away gifts, you give away trips. These things all cost your company money in order to keep people engaged and excited about the current direction of the company. You have to pay for those things. If your leadership is based on influence, you don't need any of those things. People are following you. They come to work every day. They engage you every day because they want to, because they've made a very clear decision. It's internal. You didn't create it. They did it themselves. And because of that, then they stay engaged because they have found and connected with their own unique reason for being a part of your organization. Fundamentally, that's cheaper. Right? Now, it costs more on the front end because you've got to build the trust, right? Now, in a perfect world, naturally, is that there's going to be a balance of the two. But most leaders find themselves skewed towards the power conversation because it's easier to execute, right? We'll just buy a new gift. We'll just buy everybody a gift for Christmas. That'll keep us in good graces. We'll just up the commission structure. We'll just up the commission percentage to get folks to sell a little more. So they don't have to skew or don't have to work on the influence side because they keep choosing the short-term power choices. So understand you can do that, but it does cost you in the long run. It costs you literally, and then it costs you in a second way. Let me pose a question. So if for some reason your company had to close its doors today, all right, so it wasn't really your fault, just kind of the marketplace just turned sour, and you were forced to make the hard decision of letting everybody go. So if you let everybody go, and let's say next week you decide to hold a reunion meeting for everyone in the company, how many people would come? How many? who would come, and why would they come? Because at this point, you don't have power-based authority, right? You're no longer their boss. You don't pay them anymore. There's no bounty or bonus that you can put on coming to the meeting. So at this point, they come to that reunion meeting because they want to. How many, who, and why? Now, if you're thinking to yourself, well, half or 80% of them would come, you've done well. But if it's 20%, 10%, or if you're not sure, you feel at a loss with the conversation, then that's telling about where you are in influential leadership with those in your company and what can be improved on. So take that as a metric, use it as a barometer, and really apply it to your team and apply it to your own leadership strategy. I appreciate you for your time, and I'll see you in the next video.